Our stop today is District Mot. Hi guys, my name is Phuong, aka Monsieur Dope, and I'm happy to show you guys today my top 5 Vietnamese dishes, and I'm going with you through a culinary travel through the Vietnamese kitchen. We are here today at District Mot, and with a Saigon street food concept that I do with my brother, and I'm happy to show you my top 5 Vietnamese dishes. We start right here with one of the most famous starters that you can get or everywhere in Vietnam. It is the spring roll, a fried spring egg roll filled with most of the time with minced pork and with fish sauce vinaigrette. Let me have a bite, and then you see it. Next up, after the spring rolls and the jayo, is my another favorite one is fried chicken drumsticks with tamarind sweet sour sauce. Here we have it. Crispy fried, double fried chicken drumsticks with tamarind sweet sour sauce with sesame on it, and also some pickles. You hear the crunch? Hope you like what you see. Now we're going over to one of actually my main top 1 dish in Vietnam. It's actually now a national dish, and it's the pho ball. It's our rice noodle soup, and it's actually our breakfast because it turned into a breakfast because it takes so long to cook it. You can usually cook it overnight, the broth, and I think the most of you know about it and heard about it already. It's getting its fame because it's so delicious. It's actually, some say, like the Vietnamese ramen, but it's nothing compared to it. Let me show you. Here we have it. This is our pho duck big at District Mot. This is how we serve it. These are house-made meatballs and some filet, which we put raw into the broth and braise it almost like a shabu in the hot pot, in the hot broth, and then some brisket, which is cooked overnight in the broth. The broth is pretty strong, rich. It's getting cooked overnight over almost 12 hours with beef bones and all the herbs with coriander seeds, cinnamon and anise, and some other herbs. Before we start to eat it, that's the most important part, is we pimp it with some lime, and then we put all the herbs into it to get some freshness, and some coriander, some Thai basilicum. It's pretty hard with one hand here, as I see, and some soya sprouts. I prefer to put chili on the side. It's too hot for me though. And what's very important for me is I put the sriracha and the hoisin on the side in a dipping, and dip my beef and my noodles and pimp it on the side, and don't put it into the broth. Some prefer to put it in the broth, but it will change the whole taste of the broth. So yeah, here we go. I almost forgot the most important part of it, which how I grew up with, is I put, and I think you saw and have seen it before, above the rice noodles here in the pho soup, is I prefer to have an egg yolk in it, which is gonna be braised and cooked with the broth too, which brings it a little bit more, gives it a more richness, and some like it, some don't. I really love it. It's almost like an eggs Benedict in a broth. For me too, another tip about this soup is it's actually a hangover killer, since the broth is so rich for the nutritions that you need, and the salt and the sodium which it has, and yeah, everything actually your body needs after your long night of partying or a hard night. This is actually my key on the next day to fight against it. Now we're going over to my other favorite dish too. It is cơm tấm xương. Cơm tấm xương is preferably served in Vietnam or in Saigon as I know it. It's with broken rice, with some fish sauce, and some barbecue pork neck, or in this, how we serve it here, is pork ribs, with a caramel sauce around it, and a fried egg. Usually they start serving this when the sun goes down. It's actually a midnight snack. A lot of people have it on the sidewalks, and you can smell it miles away from the barbecue. Cheer! Last but not least, I show you the bún chả, which is my favorite summer barbecue dish, which is very known in the north of Vietnam, in Hanoi. I think they claim it as their dish. Let me show you. This is how we serve it at District Mot. It is pork belly grilled and over charcoal with some meatballs in a warm fish sauce vinaigrette, served with some fresh rice noodles. We serve them cold because it's experience between hot and cold and all the herbs. The best way to eat it is you get some of the rice noodles, put them into the sauce, mix it up, get some herbs, some peppermint, some Thai basilicum, get a piece, make the perfect bite. I hope you guys like my top 5 Vietnamese dishes that I could show you. I'm really happy I could show you this, and I hope you liked it and enjoyed it. And now I'm up to finish all this. Gonna call some friends coming over, and stay healthy, stay safe, and I see you soon.